Hello. I am Stephen Hawking, renowned theoretical physicist. This country is run by a bunch of beep. The following are all current state or city laws. All of these are state or city laws somewhere in the U.S. The law in Fairbanks does not allow moose to have sex on city streets. In Fairbanks, it is considered an offense to feed alcoholic beverages to a moose. In Alaska it is illegal to whisper in someone's ear while they are moose hunting. Moose may not be viewed from an airplane. It is considered an offense to push a live moose out of a moving airplane. You may not have an ice cream cone in your back pocket at any time. You cannot chain your alligator to a fire hydrant. In Montgomery, it is considered an offense to open an umbrella on a street, for fear of it spooking horses. It is illegal to wear a fake mustache that causes laughter in church. It is legal to drive the wrong way down the one-way street if you have a lantern attached to the front of your automobile. Peanuts are not allowed to be sold in Lee County, Alabama after sunset on Wednesdays. Donkeys cannot sleep in bathtubs. You may not have more than 2 dildos in a house. Alligators may not be kept in bathtubs. The Arkansas legislature passed a law that states that the Arkansas River can rise no higher than to the Main Street Bridge in Little Rock. It is unlawful to walk one's cow down Main Street after 1:00 p.m. on Sunday. Nobody is allowed to ride a bicycle in a swimming pool. In Los Angeles, a man is legally entitled to beat his wife with a leather belt or strap, but the belt can't be wider than 2 inches. Peacocks have the right of way to cross any street, including driveways. It is illegal to drive more than 2,000 sheep down Hollywood Boulevard at one time. It is a misdemeanor to shoot at any kind of game from a moving vehicle, unless the target is a whale. Molesting butterflies can result in a $500 fine. No vehicle without a driver may exceed 60 miles per hour. The Chico, California, City Council enacted a ban on nuclear weapons, setting the $500 fine for anyone detonating one within city limits. It is okay to own one, however, it just cannot be detonated. The local ordinance in Atwoodville, Connecticut prohibits people from playing Scrabble while waiting for a politician to speak. The pickle is not officially a pickle unless it bounces. The molestation of trash cans is banned. Having sexual relations with a porcupine is illegal. In Atlanta, Georgia, it is illegal to tie a giraffe to a telephone pole or street lamp. Kern Daleen, if a police officer approaches a vehicle and suspects that the occupants are engaging in sex, he must either honk or flash his lights and wave for 3 minutes before approaching the car. It is considered an offense to attempt to have sex with one's dog. The rooster must step back 300 feet from any residence if he wishes to crow. You may be convicted of a Class 4 felony offense, punishable by up to 3 years in state prison, for the crime of eavesdropping on your own conversation. -720 ILCs 5/14-2. It is against the law to pass a horse on the street. Smoking in the state legislature building is banned, except when the legislature is in session. Horses are forbidden to eat fire hydrants in Marshalltown, Iowa. In Fort Madison the fire department is required to practice firefighting for 15 minutes before attending the fire. You may shoot Native Americans if there are more than 5 of them on your property at any one time. It is Texas law that when 2 trains meet each other at a railroad crossing, each shall come to a full stop, and neither shall proceed until the other has gone. It is illegal in Kentucky to marry the same man more than 3 times. Shotguns are required to be taken to church in the event of a Native American attack. It is unlawful to injure a football goalpost. Doing so is punishable by a $200 fine. A person may not cross state lines with a duck atop his head. 7 or more Indians are considered a raiding or war party and it is legal to shoot them. Automobiles are not to pass horse-drawn carriages on the street. Donkeys are not allowed to sleep in bathtubs in Brooklyn, NY. In Winston-Salem, North Carolina, it is against the law for children under 7 years of age to go to college. In North Dakota it is illegal to keep an elk in a sandbox in your backyard. It is legal to shoot an Indian on horseback, provided you are in a covered wagon. State law of North Dakota prohibits serving beer and pretzels at the same time in any bar or restaurant. Clinton, Oklahoma has a law against masturbating while watching 2 people having sex in a car. Molesting an automobile is illegal. One's mode of transportation must be tied up while not attended. All fire hydrants must be checked 1 hour before all fires. Any motorist driving along a country road at night must stop every mile and send out a rocket signal, wait 10 minutes for the road to be cleared of livestock, and continue. Any motorist who sights a team of horses coming toward him must pull well off the road, cover his car with a blanket or canvas that blends with the countryside, and let the horses pass. If the horses appear skittish, the motorist must take his car apart, piece by piece, and hide it under the nearest bushes. Coasting on Beaver Street is illegal in Edgeworth, PA. No one is allowed to sleep on a refrigerator. Stoves, dishwashers and microwave ovens are not specifically mentioned. It's a misdemeanor to keep more than 11 inoperable vehicles in front of a house. Horses are to wear pants at all times. When approaching the four-way or blind intersection in a non-horse-driven vehicle, you must stop 100 feet from the intersection and discharge a firearm into the air to warn horse traffic. The recently passed anti-crime law requires criminals to give their victims 24 hours notice, either orally or in writing, and to explain the nature of the crime to be committed. It is legal to commit a homicide as long as you tell the person when and how you are going to kill them. It is illegal for one to shoot a buffalo from the second story of a hotel. It is against the law to fish from horseback. In Vermont, it's against the law, not to mention impossible, to whistle underwater. In Richmond, Virginia, it is illegal to flip a coin in any eating establishment to determine who buys a cup of coffee. It is against the law for men to have sex with any animal over 40 pounds in weight. In Washington, anyone under the age of 18 must have parental permission to throw a tear gas canister. It is unlawful for chickens to lay eggs before 8 a.m. and after 4 p.m. An old ordinance forbids parking for over 2 hours unless a horse is tied to the car. You may not take a picture of a rabbit during the month of June. As you can see, this is quite disturbing. Vote Stephen Hawking for president, as I will fix such things. God may try to throw the dice where they cannot be seen, but as president I will fix that too. That is all.